I am alive. My blood is flowing. I'm feeling good. I love a good fight. I love to take on a bully. I love it. It makes me feel awake. It's as good as, well, you know what it's as good as. It is. It is. And it lasts longer for me. Whoo, man, it makes me feel alive. So, I don't want to call this a job. That's an insult to people that work for a living. But I get to talk on the radio every day. I get to hang out with my buds. When Ramon's here, we get to hang out with Ramon and Justin and Bob Stroop and producer Kenny and Brian McDonald and Chad Nakanishi and Andrew Football. I mean, the whole gang. We have fun. Our lives are one big bundle of fun. But make no mistake about it. We consider what we're doing to be important. Our show talks to a younger demographic, a more non-traditional demographic. I mean, we constantly hear from people who say, the only time I listen to AM radio, because in most of our markets we're on an AM, Birmingham 105.5 FM, WERC. But most of our markets we're on in the AM. That's what talk radio is, where talk radio usually is for old folks. And we bring in a group of people that may not listen to talk radio. They tell us that all the time. They may listen to alternative rock or country or whatever else. And then they come to our show. I take a lot of pride in that. But I don't make any mistake about it. It's not a job. It's my muse. It's my passion. It's my music. It's my art. I love it. And I love you people. And because I love what we do, which is connecting with you and talking about fixing our country and having some fun and talking about food and promoting some businesses, when we come under attack by the people who are not invited to the party, I don't tuck tail and run. Just like I tell you to do, I love a good fight. And when a bed-wetting, basement-dwelling, still living off their mama, anonymous hack attacks our show, oh, man, nothing fires me up more than showing people that there is a marketplace for free ideas, that if you will man up and stand for something, you can get rich. The NAACP doesn't pay their bills. Why are you scared when they boycott you? You'd rather they boycott you. You don't want their business. Clean their sheets, they don't pay their bills. You see, we got all these problems in this country, and all these loudmouths and the occupiers and the NAACPers and the greenie weenies, all these vicious people running around threatening businesses, and businesses are scared of them. You don't need to be scared of them because it's middle America. It's our listeners you want, and they don't scare easy. And I don't scare easy. So this letter goes out. Now, it's not on any letterhead. And frankly, this is a terrible font. This is a terrible font. I'm betting some of you can guess what the font is. And it says, the Houston Coalition to Boycott Michael Berry Partners. First of all, that's offensive. We're in multiple markets. We're nationwide, baby, like ZZ Top said. But let me read this to you. I want you to see how people like this. And let me tell you, if my supporters, my sponsors, the people who you hear me talk about in the middle of the advertisements, you will hear me talk about these people. If they didn't stand by me, we couldn't do what we do every day. You say to me all the time, Michael, I don't know how you say what you say. You know why? Because my sponsors never leave me, and you never leave me. That's how I say it. And oh, by the way, it has the virtue of being true. The Houston Coalition to Boycott Michael Berry Partners. They mailed this to all my sponsors in Houston, 50 of them. A coalition of the white, black, Hispanic, Asian, Native American, women, men, LBGT community of the greater Houston community. Everybody but white people. Okay. Boycott. Good Company Barbecue. That's one of my best friends. That's good barbecue. If you haven't tried Good Company Barbecue, man, is it good. Michael Berry is creating a radio talk brand that is aimed at conservative white rednecks in radio markets across America and internationally. Why, thank you. His program is loaded with racist remarks that seem to have no end. The road goes on forever, sure. One good example is a spoof that is now standard on his program, that of Shirley Q. Liquor. Please do not misspell Miss Shirley's name, which they did. Shirley's voice is the voice of ghetto black female. Is it? You're racist. One spoof has Shirley conducting a presidential pool with raccoons. That's one of my favorites. You can listen to Shirley on his website or on the radio. Why, yes, you can. I wish you'd listed it. The spoof uses a black woman to get white red space neck attention, and he is getting it. Why, yes, I am. Have you seen my ratings? Thank you. Today, he yelled back at a caller that he had a right as a white man to speak out for white America. Well, thank you for listening. He makes remarks. Is that offensive to you that I said that? He makes remarks on a regular basis that he is not fazed by being called a racist, which one can conclude when you listen to his daily rant. Why, yes, you call me a racist and you don't scare me. That really gets you, doesn't it? During the Carnival Triumph cruise problem, he compared the reported stench on the ship to the stench at an NAACP convention. Yeah, that was one of my better lines. Thank you very much. He runs down black leaders, Latino leaders, Asian leaders, women leaders, gay and lesbian leaders, Democrats, and liberals. Well, yes, I do. He has stated on his radio show that President Obama is the laziest president we have had, that Obama was lazy in college as a student at Harvard, lazy as a professor when he was at the University of Chicago, that he was a lazy senator, and that he is a lazy president. Why, yes, I have. Rush Limbaugh, Sean Hannity, S-H-A-W-N, Sean Hannity, Mark Levine, L-E-V-I-N-E, not Levin, L-E-V-I-N-E as he compares it, are tame compared to Michael Barry, 3 B's. Maybe there is a market for this type of hate radio. I don't call it hate, but the fact that you do tells me you're hateful. There are many local merchants who advertise on his radio programs. Of those, he has a list of partners who one could consider his main backers. Damn straight. This notice is being sent to you on behalf of the Houston Coalition to Boycott Michael Berry Partners. The census of Harris County counts a population of 4.25 million, of whom Hispanics are 41.4%, whites are 32.7%, blacks are 19.3%, and Asian, Native American, and other representing 6.6% of the population. Michael Berry's target audience is conservative white, quote-unquote, rednecks, as he calls them, which would account for a part of the white population. He has targeted Senator John Cornyn in the 2004 elections. Why, yes, I have. Appreciate you listening. Senator Cornyn is very conservative, but apparently not conservative enough for Michael Berry. Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee, which he misspelled, racist, is a constant butt end of his joke along and laugh along. He is always criticizing the black community that elects her to office, calling her dumb and ignorant for doing so. The NAACP and LULAC are constant targets of his racist commentary. He refers to Hispanics as Hispanics. Well, by gum, you should work for my show. You listen to it so much. I appreciate you noticing everything. The only thing worse that you could do than insult me is not pay attention. You flatter my megalomania. Thank you so much. When I talk about my sponsors, give them a call and thank them, won't you?
Everybody here wants some pie.
We prefer to eat our own pie. Thank you. Get your own.
The Michael Berry Show.